Putting two stamps on your team's loyalty cards makes a journey seem shorter. But how do you motivate them along the way? In this episode, I'm going to talk about the motivational power of small wins. NFL coach Bill Parcells, in an article in Harvard Business Review, described how he used small wins to motivate his teams. He said, "In training camps, we don't focus on the ultimate goal, getting to the Super Bowl. We establish a clear set of goals that are within immediate reach. We're going to be a smart team. We're going to be a well-conditioned team. We're going to be a team that plays hard. We're going to be a team that has pride. We're going to be a team that wants to win collectively. We're going to be a team that doesn't criticize one another." People who set and achieve small, visible goals start to get it in their heads that they can succeed. One of the greatest college basketball coaches of all time, John Wooden, also knew the benefits of improving a little each day. He said,
"One of the points in the 7-point creed that my father gave me that I think has influenced my basic philosophy of teaching and of life itself is make each day your masterpiece." You can do that. Just
Right.
make each day your masterpiece. We're all equal there again, and having an opportunity to do that. We may not have the same abilities and so on, but we should just try to do better each day.
Psychologist Carl Weick wrote a paper called Small Wins, Redefining the Scale of Social Problems. In it, he said that a small win reduces importance, reduces demands, and raises perceived skill levels. In other words, a small win makes you think, this is no big deal. That's all that needs to be done. I can at least do that. The Heaths say that you'll want your small wins to have two traits. One, they're meaningful, and two, they're within immediate reach. David Allen, the author of Getting Things Done, knows all about setting goals that are within reach. He says that most people make a fundamental mistake when creating to-do lists. They list actions that are not the next action, and they end up sabotaging themselves with their murkiness. Instead, he says to ask yourself, what's the next action?
Now what you do, assuming you want to have something happen, is you're going to take all that thinking and drill it right down into what's the very next thing that needs to happen to move this thing forward. What is the very next action that needs to happen on this? For your thing, if you were going to walk out right after this, and the only thing you were going to do is make progress on what you're thinking about and working on right now, what's the very next physical, visible action you would take? Is it an email to send, phone call to make, a conversation to have with your boss, something to surf the web about, something to buy at the hardware store? What is it? And it needs to be very specific, visual thing I could see you doing. So set meeting is not specific enough. How would you set the meeting? What activity? So take a couple of moments, decide what the very next action is you would need to take to make forward progress on your thing, and write that down.
What these sports coaches, psychologists, and productivity expert are talking about is creating meaningful goals within immediate reach to motivate either yourself or your team. These goals become stepping stones on the road to success.